Wicked. So, hello everyone. I'm Leo. Here this evening with Darren. We are transport manager coaches, and the transport manager coach is our school platform, uh, which we launched 2 months ago now. And
Yeah,
so
two,
it's,
3 months
it's
ago, yeah.
yeah, so it's still in its infancy, but it's we've got huge hopes and plans for it. It's yeah, it's exciting times for us. And the reason we're here this evening for this webinar is just to make sure that the new members which are coming on board actually know kind of what it is, how to navigate the school platform. Some people may or may not be aware of it. So it's just a bit of familiarisation, and then also to learn a bit about myself and Darren and what exactly the transport manager coach is and how you as members can get the most benefit out of it.
Yeah. So I'll give a, before we go and put a screenshot of the community, I hope everyone's had a chance to actually go on there and have a little gander and little look and everything. I know what it's like when you set up to all these new platforms and subscriptions, stuff like that. You kind of do a little bit and then you don't really know exactly what you're looking at. So that's the whole point of today's webinar, basically. But I just wanted to go through a bit of our vision of why we set this up and why we want to help other transport managers become the best of the best, basically. So we're here to help people to transition great transport managers. And
I think you need
what
to
we've
get some better
learned
Wi-Fi.
over. Oh, is it? Is the Wi-Fi bad? Is it?
It's a little bit jumpy, yeah.
You're
Oh,
stuttering.
no, mate. Oh, no, typical, mate. Typical. Is it really bad? You can't hear me, sort of thing.
No. You just keep freezing every now and then.
Long as you can hear me, that's what matters. Yeah. But yeah, so basically, we just want to work together. We want lessons learned. I mean, like we're all in the same game. We're all doing the same thing, but a lot of people do things completely different. So if we add up all of the industry, us working as a team, I think is going to benefit everyone. Do you know what I mean? And learning from my mistakes, Leo's mistakes, your mistakes, and everything like else. I think if we can come as a community, as a team, and not like some of these Facebook groups that we join up to, and you put a question in there and you get slated for not being the best transport manager in the world. So this was our vision, is to help people to transition. So whether you're new transport managers, whether you're existing transport managers, or you're just wanting to learn something new, this is the whole reason why we set up this platform. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen, and hopefully I'm not freezing lots, and I will get Leo to kind of share and show you how to use the platform, basically. So just bear with me 2 seconds. Well, hello and welcome to everyone else who's joined on whilst we just started this. So Leo, mate, let me know when you can see the screen, mate.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got a screen. So I suppose I should first explain what Skool is. Skool.com is kind of like a place for people to set up communities and membership groups and things like that for whatever type of hobby or niche you could think of, really, whether it's gardening, vegan, flower tattoos or something like that. If you've got like a hobby or something like that, you can set up a community on Skool, and you can either have it as sort of like a free space to join, or you can charge people to join it. It's a little bit like the Facebook groups, but it also allows the group to be monetized if that's how the people who set it up want the direction to go. And we set it up, the Transport Manager Coach, through our relationship, really. When Darren was actually came to me, I run a recycling and waste management company, and he came to me as my transport manager. And I had my transport manager's CPC, but it was just running the business and being the transport manager was just getting a little too much. I decided to get an external transport manager, and Darren came along, and I was like blimey, I didn't realise all you could actually do with a transport manager's CPC, because Darren has set up multiple companies and was making money for royalties and and discount structures for different software and things like that. And he was mentoring people. He was doing his own transport management, and he had franchises. And I just was a bit in awe, really, when I met him. I thought that's amazing. I got my CPC because my father-in-law had basically lost his, and he needed someone to have it at the company. So he basically told me I had to go and get it if I wanted to keep getting a salary. So it made me realise that there's a lot more you can get from having a transport manager CPC, other than just sitting on 4 people's O licenses, and that kind of being the ceiling of what you can do. So we set up the transport manager coach, and it is, as I say, a community, a place for you guys to come and sort of ask questions or use as a resource to help you in your day-to-day roles and your businesses. So the way it's kind of set up, you're all here tonight, so I'm assuming you know how to get onto Skool and the transport manager coach. Once you're in here, you'll see along the top, just under the name, there's a few categories: community, classroom, calendar, members, map, leaderboards, and about. So we start off at the about page. It tells you a little bit about us. Obviously, there's a little video on there that Darren did, and it tells you a little bit about us and how to navigate, and a bit about me and Darren. So it's very, very plain, very simple. That's just the main about us place. Then the community category, that is kind of, if you want to think about a Facebook group, this is just kind of the chat, if you like. So if you've got a question to ask, in the write something box at the top, you can just put a title to whatever you want to write, whether it's a question. You can select a category, what it's about, and then you can just type away. You can add links, YouTube videos, GIFs, and you might just want to say, look, one of my operators, his truck's been pulled over and it's had this problem, or this has come up, and you might be a little bit unsure. You just want a second opinion, so you could stick that in here. Or it might be something that, I don't know, you came across during the day that made you laugh, and you just wanted to share it with people you think sort of think the same as you. And we're all in the same industry, so we might think alike and find the same sort of things funny. So that could go on there. Or it could be something that you've put in your own business, that you've come up with a new spreadsheet or a tracker that you're using in your business, you're finding really useful, and you want to kind of pay it forward. And here are, guys, look, I've been using this for a couple of weeks. I found it really useful. Here it is if you guys want to use it yourselves. So that's what this community page is about. And then along the top here, you can actually, you've got these little, it's got all driver training dates, transport managers training, jobs. This is kind of like the categories on the chat. So when you post something, you can link to say what it's about, whether it's just going to main chat, or it might be jobs. You might have someone who's approached you who's looking for an external transport manager, but you might be full, you might be on too many licenses. So you can come on here and say, listen, chaps, this operator's come to me, he's looking for an ETM, he's based in Norwich, is anyone interested? And then you could categorize that in the chat as jobs. And then again, if you're looking, if you might be, someone might have come off, or you might have come off someone's license, or you're looking to maybe expand a bit and go on another one, you could click on jobs and see if anyone's posted about someone looking for an ETM. So then you can try and find out if there is anything there. Like this one here, like Lauren West, someone's in need of a transport manager in Erith, Kent area. So if you're that way and you're looking to take more people on, take on another license, then you can maybe reach out to Lauren. So that's the community tab, and then you've got the classroom tab. This is something that's just going to take on a life of its own as the age of the community goes on. Here we've got our courses. So we've got a free course at the top, which is just kind of like an introduction to transport management. It might be, you might be an employee at a company, or you might be a HGV driver wanting to get out of the cab and thinking about doing your CPC. You might come across our transport manager coach. You might find us through Facebook or recommended it. You come here and you see this and you find out a little bit more about what a transport manager is. This is a free course, and you can see here we've got plenty of modules going through. Just it's all very simple. This course, it will take you a couple of hours to go through, and it's just information about what a transport manager is. And then we have the weekly webinar series. This is the first of. It will kind of morph into also like a tips and tricks. So it won't be like a weekly half an hour or an hour webinar. It'll also be tips and tricks. And this is where the recordings will be put, so you can go back and have a look if you're a bit bored. Here at the moment, quick tips on setting up. Sorry, you just go back in, Darren.
Sorry, Max.
Using the discounts and royalties, which we'll cover in a second, and then top tip of the week. So that's that classroom. That's what that is. You've got a podcast library. We've posted 2 at the moment, which is just an introduction to me and Darren, and then we'll be getting people from the industry and trade on, and that will grow out. As I say, at the moment, there's only a couple on there, but the goal is to have sort of like one a fortnight or one a week eventually. Other stuff we've got in the classroom. You just go back into classroom, Darren.
I'm jumping the gun here, mate.
You've got tools and resources, which is a huge thing for you guys to dip in and out of. In here, we've just got heaps of stuff on toolbox tools which you can use in your business. Monthly compliance calendars, driver defects reporting, public notice templates. Again, a lot of this is geared to if you've just got your CPC and you're kind of fresh out of the training school, and you've just spent the last 2 weeks trying to sort of like decipher and consume that massive binder, which is just getting you to pass the exam at the end. It's not teaching you how to become a transport manager or what to do once you get on your first O license, or even how to get on your first O license. So this is what this tools and resources section is for, is to give you the tools and resources to actually do the role. We've got discounts and royalties, which Darren will go over later and a lot more in depth. And then we've just got another couple of courses. These are paid for ones. So this is the Transport Manager CPC study course. This is if you're doing like the home learning course, or you've done the classroom course and you might not pass first time and you're finding it a little bit hard to get yourself ready for the exam. You can take this course. It's like a handhold. It will walk you through the revision and get you ready to pass that course at the end. And then we have the Grow Your Business, which is a success blueprint course. It's, if I remember rightly, about 12 modules. It's very in depth. It takes you from sort of like building out a vision for your business, where you really want to take your qualification, what you want to gain from it, what you're going to gain from life, basically, and teaches you how to use the qualification to really build a work-life balance and a lifestyle that suits you and your goals, whether that's you want to play golf on Thursdays and Saturday mornings, or you want to hammer it for 8 months of the year and take a couple of months off at the end. It kind of helps you that way. Then you have the franchise, which Darren can go more in depth with later on as well, and a shop, which is not really live yet. But again, it'll be a place for you to go if you need to get defect books, or you need to sort of have a place for your operators to get wall charts, defect books, anything, any type of stationery you can think of. So that's the classroom section. And then you move across, you've got the calendar that will come up and show anything that Darren and I have got coming up in here. So the webinars / tips are going to be on here. If we have podcasts, they'll be on here. If there's any free training that we may be launching, or industry experts may do a webinar or a bit of training, this would be the place to find that. And that's where the links to the webinars will be. And you have the members.
Sorry, I just wanted to jump in there. Sorry, Leo, mate.
Sorry?
As time goes by, we've got more and more people queued up to come on and help with whether it's brake test reading, whether it's looking how to get the best insurance for your companies. There's a lot of people that we're bringing on board, and like I keep saying, as time goes by, this is going to become fuller with more information and a lot of success stories from people utilising this Transport Manager coach. So yeah, sorry for Leo, mate, for jumping on.
No, you're right. No problem at all. You've got a members tab. That's just a list of all of us, a little bit about ourselves, when we joined, when we was last active. And here you can reach out to them if you want to chat. That you might have seen them comment a few times on posts or ask a question, and it's kind of, and you can chat, you can DM them through here and get to know each other. And then you have the map, which is just showing us where we all are. Obviously not down to your road, but just geographically across the globe.
I think for legal terms, I think it gives you 10 kilometres from where someone is. So it's not telling people exactly where you live, if that makes sense. But one good thing is, if you can make sure that your postcode is or your location is like the town, when it comes to looking for transport managers roles, we can then filter to this, find where the nearest person is, and reach out to you to give you those local ETM roles. So if it is by was it town location, then we'll reach out to you when job roles come.
And Darren may cover it a little bit later as well, but it's not just ETM roles. It could be, if we what you can learn about later is auditing and training and things like that. Other roles and income that you can generate, which doesn't mean you have to go on someone's O license. Then you've got the leaderboards tab, and here is basically a leaderboard is just from people who sort of like or comment on posts. This is Skool have set this up to sort of gamify the communities. We don't use it for anything at the moment. An idea I had that we may use is that the more people engage with the community and comment, they'll naturally come up the leaderboard, and we might release certain trainings or certain courses or discounts for people who reach a certain level or point score on the leaderboard. Because what we want from this community is engagement. We're here to help people, but we can't help totally unless people reaching out to us and saying what they need assistance with or where they would like to get to. So by having people comment and ask questions, and then also in turn offering advice to people who are asking, because Darren and I aren't the font of all knowledge. As you said, we want to sort of like pool knowledge and help each other out. So having people bounce off each other is our goal for the community, and this leaderboard is just kind of in the background automatically just adding those points up. So that is kind of what the Skool community, the Transport Manager coach is. It's those tabs along the top. The main part of it is our goal for the community, what we want from it, Darren and I, and that is to pay it forward, to help others to get the best from their businesses, and to just a community where we can all help each other, and you don't have to worry about egos or being laughed at or ridiculed for not knowing the road to worthiness inside out, back to front. So that's that in a nutshell.
I think we've all been on those groups, haven't we? The free groups that you have, and the Facebooks and some of the LinkedIn ones, where you put something down and you kind of know what the answer is, but sometimes you just need like that little bit of support, don't you? I don't know if anyone's experienced it, but you see these poor people that are new transport managers put a post down and they get absolutely slated. And something that we really want to focus on this group is not everyone knows everything. We're not the experts, but we know a lot. Do you know what I mean? But someone in this community will know more about something else, because there's so many sectors of transport management. You could be in the waste disposal like Leo, or grab lorries, or you could be in general haulage, ADR. Like, you're not an expert in every type of field. And if we can come as a team, as a community where we help each other, later on, the busier we get, we're looking to take on mentors. So people that specialize in certain areas, will be actively looking for people to come on board. We could pay them to become mentors of the transport manager coach to help people, so becoming the subject matter expert for this community. We are growing, we're at the beginning, and as time goes by, it's going to get better and better. So leading from there is, when we go back to like the classrooms, we've got tools and resources. So one of the best things to come and look at is go straight onto the tools and resources and see if there's anything in here that you can benefit from. Like, we're trying to give out as much free content as possible. And if you've got anything that you think's worth sharing, let us know. We'll share it with everyone. Do you know what I mean? Because we want to kind of get rid of all of the bad transport managers out there, and kind of keep us all up to knowledge and use lessons learned from everyone. So that's the tools and resources. One of the bits I wanted to focus on today is, I wanted to let people know that from day dot, you can actually make money. So some of you might be doing this anyway, so I'm not teaching how to suck eggs, but we've got a lot of royalties and referrals with partnerships with lots of other companies. So we can help you with operator license applications. We can get a really good discount on public notices. Driver training courses, you'll get a discount on. Tachograph analysis software, remote downloading, insurance, fuel cards, the full works. So being part of this transport manager coach community, we want to give back to you and say, look, if you come to us, like, if you get it cheaper, happy days, carry on with who you're using. But it's always worth coming to us and see if you can get a better discount on your public notice for an application, because we'll give it to you at the price that we're getting it at. You can then put your extra on top, and then you make money. So whether or not you're doing any of these things anyway, if you're not, we'll teach you what we do, how we do it, and how to make extra money. So over time, we want this platform to generate you money, because end of the day, it's always nice to have a community around you, but if you can make a bit of money by being part of this team and this family, then why not join it? Do you know what I mean? So there's been a few people that have reached out to me saying, look, I've gone on here, like, what's it about? And I think this is the reasons why me and Leo decided to set up this webinar tonight, is to kind of explain that it's a community for us all join heads together. It's a place where we can feel relaxed and not feel worried about asking any questions, whether it's stupid or not, or if it's a very high, like, you need to understand it ASAP. Like, we want to have so many people around us that can all help each other out, and I want us all to make money. You know what I mean? If we can help you in any way that you're doing, instead of you subbing it out to someone or getting a high quote, if we can help you to save money that way, then it's a win-win for everyone. So that was one of the main things that I wanted to get this webinar out to everyone, is to kind of show the community, let everyone know what it's about. It's not a typical Facebook community. We want to give as much as possible. We want to give as much free content to people as possible. We want to welcome new transport managers on board as well. And if we can have people scattered around in this map, where we've got subject matter experts around the whole of the UK, we can help everyone, and we can become experts in all of the traffic locations, and hopefully become the transport manager coach, where we get recognised as a good place, not just a place where people are just putting comments in and getting slagged off, basically. So one of the main things is, we just want to help people become the best of the best. We want to support people with everything we can and just provide a great service. And as time goes by, the more people come out and feel comfortable with asking questions or helping support other transport managers, that's the only way that we can become the best of the best transport managers.
Yeah, so I would just encourage everyone to, every now and then when they get a few minutes, just come on here and just have a look around, go into that classroom section, clicking out of each one, go round on the ones you can, especially the tools and resources. Our idea when we was putting that together was to have something, if you were to have a DVSA audit, you could go to that tools and resources and pretty much be able to pull off all the kind of paperwork that you might need to do well in that audit. Obviously, you still need to fill it out and you still need to have had the work and stuff there, but there might be some extra nice little bits that the auditor says, oh, have you got this tracker, or how do you track this, or how do you do that? And rather than having to think of this and then sit on Word and try and come up with your own tracker, you could go on there and just have a look, and there might be a spreadsheet tracker there for retalks and things like that. So just I'd encourage people just to have a look around and then reach out to us as well. We're going to continue to grow this with the tips and the tricks, the webinars, the podcasts, adding to the tools and resources, adding more courses. But what will really expedite things and make this a much better place is if you come to us as well with the assistance you need, because it might be something that's been playing in your mind saying, oh, I could really do with this. And rather than wait for us to cover it, there might be another 15 people that are also thinking the same thing. So we could help you directly, and then we could maybe stick it, again, it might be a tracker or a spreadsheet or something like that. We can then add that to the tools and resources, or we could do a webinar covering that subject. And then also let us know where you'd like to get to with this. I mean, a lot of this is aimed at sort of like new ETMs who are new to the industry, don't quite know where to go or what to do. So I've got extensive experience in running business, as has Darren, and also on the kind of personal development side of things as well. Stress management. It's the whole gamut of being a business owner, of your external ETM, or you might be internal. It's still stressful, isn't it? Being a transport manager, there's a lot on your shoulders. If you're internal, there's a lot expected of you. If you're external, you're just constantly hitting your head against a brick wall, with your arse on the line, basically, at the end of the day. So it's a lot to it's a lot to shoulder. So just come to us. We'll always help. We'll always help. And if we can't help straight away, we'll figure a way out of getting help that you're after, or coming up with a solution together and then putting it out onto the community so it can help others in the future. That's kind of us, really, in a very long nutshell, isn't it? In a half-hour nutshell. But
yeah, we're trying to cram it all in. But yeah, we just want to make sure that we're all here to help each other. That's all we're interested in. And if someone's got something good to share it. That's what I'm saying. We spent a lot of hours since before the beginning of this year. We spent a lot of hours designing this, getting it sorted, working out. We're at the beginning. We are. So things can only get better. Some things may break, some things may not be 100% what we need, but as time goes by, we're going to rectify, we're going to deal with it, and we're going to move forward. So we're happy that you guys have joined on, and grateful for you to sit here and listen to us for 45 minutes. Some might be boring or whatever, but I hope everyone feels that they understand our vision and our business model, and fingers crossed, everyone wants to carry on with this community and move forwards. So I think for us, it's a big thank you from us, basically. And fingers crossed, moving forwards, we can just provide a great service for everyone, basically.
100%, yeah. And as I say, we've rattled on for half an hour, but more than happy to open it up to any questions. Don't want to keep you too long, but fire away with any questions for us if you've got them.
I'm just going to allow some people with microphones.
Oh yeah,
That
that helps.
yeah. Allow microphone. So yeah, fire away if there's any questions. Don't worry if you've not. You might have to take yourself off mute. But even if it's just
Yeah,
a
but if
hello,
not,
and thank you.
we're both always there. Just reach out. You can go to the members tab, find us on there, send us a message, or just put something in the main chat, and us or other members will come and help and answer.
If there's not any questions, thank you so much for coming. I'm glad that everyone's turned up. You said they were, so I do appreciate it. There's a few other people that couldn't make it tonight, but with us recording this, we'll be sending it out to everyone. We'll put it on the community as well. And as time goes by, fingers crossed, we can get more and more people on there.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Wicked. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.